for the fences. Superleg, the kicking machine.
Jonathan Haggerty! Unbelievable! Only the best in the world are invited to one, and you are seeing it here tonight. This is going to be incredible!
Yes, we did, because we back at it again. It's the fighter and the kid.
This is really the fighter and the kid.
Come on, baby.
I do have some gray hair, man. I'm not like I got even my mom the other day. She looked at me and she's like, "Well, hell, you got a lot of gray hair coming in there." I was like, "Thanks, Mom. Make me feel really good. You know how to make a guy feel good about himself."
How old are you right now?
I'll be 50 in a month, bro.
Dude, I'm 57, so that's impressive right there. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I got very gray. I started getting very gray, I think probably in my about your age. When I was about
it's coming in. It's starting to come in. Like my beard, I keep that like 5 o'clock shadow look, and but the beard is starting to get a lot of gray. And I saw a picture of me from just like I got done running maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. When I was living in Singapore, and I looked at my face like it was like somebody. I was laying on the ground. Somebody took when I was done running, somebody took a close up of me, and I was like, man, I've got so much more gray hair. So. But like it's the same with you, other than the gray hair, like your skin is good. You don't have any wrinkles. Like you look a lot younger than you are, man.
Well, I think, for me, it's just consistency. Eat well, work out no matter what, and you don't have to go crazy. You're a whole different level because you're a pro athlete and all, but I just think this CrossFit shit or guys who are doing crazy amounts of workouts, I don't know how long you can sustain that. Your body gives out. If you're lifting properly, what do you still train?
I do. So my philosophy is this, man. Like I have people that'll be like, "Hey, you wanna go for a walk? Or let's get 15,000 steps in today." And I'm like, no. Walking to me is just a very inefficient mode of transportation. I hate it.
Right.
So I'm like I take the lion, king of the jungle mentality. So a lion basically like lays around all day in the Serengeti. Like that's all he does. He lays around like, and then he's like, "I'm hungry," and he's like this, like, "All right, it's time to be king of the jungle for 2 minutes." He gets up and he does his stuff, and then he's done. So it's like I go into the gym, I work out intense. It's one of those workouts where if you saw me working out, you're like, "Bro, I don't know how you still do this at your age." But I lift Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or I lift Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I do BJJ Monday, Wednesdays. And I typically get like a pad session in one day a week, and for 45 minutes to an hour. And I would say my total work time in a given week is probably about 8 to 10 hours of physical activity.
That's fucking really good. That's really good.
You look good, Rich.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. And so at 50 or about to be 50, working out like that, what? But there's no sparring or anything. Obviously, you're maintaining. But because what do you weigh right now? Okay,
old habits die hard, bro. Like I went into the gym last Saturday. Actually, not last Saturday. The Saturday before. I didn't want to go in last Saturday because I'm commentating this week, and I'm like, man, I don't want to show up on commentary with some black eyes. Like it was okay when I walked into the cage fighting with a black guy.
It's like domestic violence. You show up now at your age, dog.
Yeah, exactly. People like what happened to you, man? But so I didn't go last Saturday, but the week before I went in, man, and I did two warm up rounds, got in 8 heavy good sparring rounds. But I'm working with people that know how to work. I'm still taking some abuse, don't get me wrong, but it's just not like it was when I was fighting. And I don't even think you actually need to train that way anyway. That era was like the school of hard knocks, man. Like coming up to Cincinnati, traveling to the Miletich camp and doing all that crap. Like it was just
oof.
Yeah, man.
I read about the Miletich camp. Like my buddy Sam Sheridan trained with them. And that Iowa insanity, like just train until you.
But that's just what they did. They weren't unique. I mean, the tough guys, they weren't unique.
Just wrestling.
There's Hammer House, Pat Miletich.
That's how everybody was. The first time I went to Iowa, when I went to Miletich's place, and he and I sparred, and I was still just not very adept, like very young in MMA at that time. And man, Miletich was he was a good boxer before he started doing MMA.
Was he really? Because he was a wrestler.
Tough cat.
Yeah.
He hit we were sparring and he hit me in the body so many times that I was literally begging him hit me in the face. I was running from him. I literally turned my back and ran from him. Like our first sparring session, it was so bad, so bad.
Rich, do you go to some of the camps today? Like especially the guys on the card in Denver, which I will be at this weekend, this Friday, in my hometown, man. Do you go to some of the camps and check it out? It's completely different than what you did, what I did. They're a little more, you almost want to say professional about it. Like they're training their bodies, they're taking care of their bodies, they're eating right. They're not kind of quote unquote meatheads.
Yeah, I mean, I have a buddy that teaches at one of the Easton locations out here. I taught a seminar last year when we were in Denver. I'm not going to be teaching one this year. They sent some of the other fighters instead. But so I will occasionally get out to the schools, but typically I don't, because come fight week, like I have other obligations, obviously, like working for the organization. So it's difficult for me to get out and train. But I will say this. When I was prepping for my second Vanderlei Silva fight, or was it my first? No, I think it was my first one. I actually went to Black House and trained with Anderson Silva and all those guys out there. And it was interesting at that point in my career seeing the approach that they took to sparring, because they did very little full contact sparring. It was a lot of like flow play. And so I learned quite a bit of that towards the tail end of my career. Now, I still like to get in and bang it out a little bit. It's just like old habits die hard. But the percentage at which the percentage of abuse that I put my body through towards the tail end of my career really made a difference. And so I went into the gym 2 weeks ago and I'm working literally with guys half my age, no joke. And I can still dance circles around these guys. So there's part of me that's like, I got one or two more.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah, it is. Like I got one or two more in me, but here's the difference, man. Like if you come to the gym and watch me move, you're like, man, bro, you still move like you're 25 or 30. But then if you watch me at my house 2 hours later,
you feel like it.
Yeah, the recovery,
bro.
You start calcifying, waking up in the morning, getting your feet going, all that shit, right?
Yeah. So now at this age, I think to myself, if I really was going to come and do another fight, like how would I have to structure a camp? Because I don't think I could handle 2-a-days on a consistent basis. I mean, it's like when I was in fight camps, it's like I would get up, I would do my road work, come home, a little bit of business, breakfast, that kind of stuff. First session, like 10 to noon, 11 to 1 type of thing. And then take the afternoon off and come back at night and do like a 6 to 8:30 or something like that for an evening session. And it's like, you're putting in your 4.5 to 5.5 hours of work a day.
I think you need that though. It's a fine line. Like I think there's some guys that still do kind of the old school way we did, where it's this grind and, people are like, oh, worry about your body. It's like, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's also cage fighting. So you have to embrace that kind of, I get all the science and, LeBron spends $1 million a year on his body and, you got to only train twice a week and recover. It's like, I don't know, man. There has to be a bit of the dog in you where, you're going to be overtrained, man. Part of the game. You're going to be overtrained. It's going to suck. You got to run your miles.
You were Brendan was talking about, if you're not running, and I always try to avoid running because everyone's like, I do the Aerodyne bike and then I do that. And Brendan's like, but running, And the other, I meant to text you the other day. I started running, and even like there is a marked difference in adding running into a workout, even if it's a mile. It's not easy. It sucks.
It's easy to jump on the Aerodyne. It's easy to, Jacob's ladder. They're tough, don't get me wrong. But as far as straight up like mental toughness, road running, getting your legs ready for a fight or for whatever you want to do in life.
That's why everybody does it, I guess.
Yeah.
Do they though? A lot of people don't.
Whoever talks about that runner's high bull crap, man, like that's straight junk. Like I don't experience that junk.
Me neither.
I absolutely hate running. I still run. And I still run. I don't run a lot. But I will say this, 2 things. Number one, running is important because I'm at the hotel now. It's fight week. Let's just say, for example, this building catches on fire and I can't get on the elevators. I better be able to run out of this thing, right? I mean, there was several years ago when people were at a concert in Las Vegas, and then there was an open a shooter, and they're in an open area, and you still got to skedaddle and get out of there. You better have the ability to run. I've been late for planes on layovers in airports like Istanbul, where I have to basically run from one end of the airport to the other, and I'm basically covering a mile with a 25-pound backpack on my back. And so it's that's important. But I will say this, I run infrequently now, and I do enough just to maintain my ability to run. But man, I can tell a difference in my legs. Like when I go in and spar for, I'm sparring for 45 minutes to an hour and then do a little bit of a pad work after. And it's like, I just, I hit maybe an hour and 30-minute workout and I come out and I'll drive my truck home. And then in that 20-minute drive, I go to get out of my truck and I'm like, whoa, and my legs are all wobbly. I'm like, I never experienced this kind of like fatigue in my legs when I was fighting because I was consistently doing road work.
And you fought at 80. You fought at 185. What are you right now? Did you gain weight? You look like you're in fight shape.
Yeah, I'm 220. That's what I walk around at, and I look like I'm in fight shape because my body fat is always been in single digits. I'm probably sitting at about 7.5% is my guess, and it's always been that way. I've never been a fighter that allowed me to like fluctuate up and down. Like I would say, I'm only maybe 8 to 10 pounds heavier than I was at my heaviest competition weight anyway.
Rich, you're getting ready for a fight. You're always ready for a fight.
He's always like this.
It's so funny. Like, he's so intense. He's like, well, right now it's single digit. Now, I was dancing circles. Like, you want to fight. You have not let it go.
But most guys are. It's also like, there's nothing worse than if you were on here, Rich, and you're 280 pounds, it's such a bummer.
You've let go of the idea that you're going to fight again.
No, but so have I. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. It's just, here's the thing. Like, this is a mentality. And even if I'm never fighting again, I have to be able to put the best version of myself forward every day when I wake up.
Yes.
Like there are days, like Marvin Hagler said, like it's difficult to get up and do your road work when you're sleeping in satin sheets. And I think about this quote all the time because I don't have to work. I don't have to work like that now. I don't have to fight. And so when I wake up in the morning and I'm thinking, I want to do my empty stomach cardio, even if I'm getting on the assault bike, I know that I'm going to put myself through hell. Like I know. So I have to like talk myself into it every day. Like, come on, man, just get moving. Like once you get moving, it'll be okay. And but it's like, what's the alternative?
You're right.
Be like everybody, be that guy who suddenly you look at him and you're like, when we're done with the podcast, you're like, damn, man, I can't believe, do you see what happened to Franklin? Like that guy.
He used to be world champ, man. That guy? Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I asked Sugar Ray Leonard one time, I said, why, sorry to drop a name, but he's, I said, he was 62 or something. I said, how do you, what keeps you in shape? And he looked at me, he goes, vanity. It was such an honest answer. It was so true.
Dude, go look at, I'll tell you one guy that I really looked up to, like in the 90s, 2000s, like Prince Nazim Hamed.
Yeah.
That guy, go look at him. Go look at him today.
He's fat as a tick. Fat
Dude,
as a tick.
Sucks. And I don't even like saying bad things about people, but it's like, I don't want to be that person who walks in the room when people leave. They're like, wow,
worse.
Like what happened to that guy?
Nothing
so,
worse.
I still looked apart and martial arts was my first love. I enjoy training still. So it's like, and I'm not, it's not a mental thing where I haven't given it up. I'm cool with where I am in life. I'm 50. I get it. But it's like, I'm going to put the best version of myself forward. And if I'm not, then I've just turned into
also, you don't know, like the other day, I almost had an encounter with somebody who was messing with my wife and kids. It's like, you got to be ready to go, man. Especially this day and age in society. Like, you got to be ready to go.
Yeah, but Brendan, hold on. I'll just say this, Brendan. The reality is that you could never do another armbar rep or throw another jab in your life. And the chances of you running into somebody that's actually going to be problematic for you is zero.
You never know, dude. You never know.
He's so weird, strong, and skilled. Like I take jujitsu, and sometimes I try to work shit that I've been working on. I try to actually just attack him when nobody's watching. I'll just jump on him when he's sitting there or he's tired. And obviously, I'm not a good example, but it's just so funny how if you're a regular dude and you want to get caught up in his fucking horns, in his tusks, good luck. It's going to be a very quick.
But it's not even that. It's just you just got to be ready to go these days. That's what gets me going.
Always.
Man.
I'm with you on that, but I think about it all the time. I'm like, who the heck is actually going to mug me on the street? Like even if
I wish they
have
would.
A pistol, if you get within reaching distance of me, you're done. Like I'm gonna grab you before you can even pull the trigger anyway. Like. But it doesn't stop me. I'm still in the gym freaking 5-6 days a week anyway.
No, to your point about running, I was with this guy doing some racing, and he's a doomsday prepper. And he's probably 300 pounds, though. And he has all this food and everything. And I go, well, what happens if you have to, because he lives in the mountains in Arizona. I go, what if you have to, like, run away, man? Like, what if they start coming? You got to run up those hills. He goes, yeah, it's going to be tough. I was like, yeah, that's why I run, dog.
Yeah,
shit happens. I'm running, bud.
Yeah,
I'm taking your stuff and running.
Yeah, my buddy's a a sniper. He trains the tier 1 commandos, Delta and SEAL Team 6. And I went up to his place in Idaho, and I was shooting one of his guns, which is it's a sniper. And the gun itself, never mind the scope you put on there, the gun itself is about maybe almost 30 pounds. Now you put that $80,000 night scope on there, that's another 40 pounds. Now you got the rest of your gear. In my mind, when the zombie apocalypse hits, I got my sniper rifle, I'm going up in my perch. Well, you gotta hoof that shit way up a mountain. You got to be moving with all that. So you probably have, if you're one of those snipers, you probably have literally 80 pounds on your back when you're moving.
Yeah, but forget all that. Like me staying in shape, I can carry my 8-year-old, I can carry my 4-year-old a full day of Disney. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
It does not, but I'll go all day. My wife's like, aren't you tired? I'm good.
Yeah, but
I can go all fucking day.
You're also
the problem with the zombie apocalypse, because I have a very prepper mentality, is that this is why we have military bases. Like, you have to create your castle, because once the castle falls and you're on the move, like, you can only carry so much supplies. And realistically, you can only get so far on foot before you're going to burn through sugar, hydration. And it's like, so you're going to have basically about 8 pounds of water on you at any given time. And I see all these preppers who prep, even me, I have a 3-day bag in my car, a bug out bag.
Yeah.
And in case there's an emergency and I have to hoof it back to my house. But the reality is I don't have a decent amount of water, because you have to constantly be switching out your water in a car.
Well, you can also add the fact that if you have children, you're not going anywhere without those kids, especially if they're little.
Exactly.
So you're anchored.
The Hummer I was working on today has a generator where I can power my house.
Yeah, I do too. I have enough acreage. I can hunt my property. I have small caliber rounds. I can pull in small game. I have a pond in my backyard. I can filter the water that comes out.
I'm coming to your crib, dog.
it, dude.
Here's the other thing. When we talk about zombie apocalypse, chance of zombies, not really. By zombie apocalypse, you mean liberals? Right? Is that what we're fighting?
Well, I have a joke about that. When I hear young people go, young college students, we're going to change the world. That's code for let's kill everybody over 50. So I got to be ready.
I don't even know if it's over 50. It's just liberals with zombies.
Project 2030 stuff, man. We're going to reduce the world's population by 30%. It's like, well, these people got to go somewhere. You're in support of that. You better be in support of the fact that you're on the other 70% or whatever.
This is getting weird. Yeah. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah. We'll be ready. I'm coming to your place, Rich. That's all I know.
Hey, Rich, how's are you worried about it at all this weekend with the altitude? Because I'm from Denver. The infamous Ben Rothwell, Mark Hunt fight, the UFC at the Pepsi Center there. Dana said he would never do heavyweights because of the altitude. Altitude's always been an issue. I grew up there. I loved when guys would come from out of town and fight in Denver. Yeah. You can just drag into late rounds, You worried about any of the fighters?
When I was training, I actually bought myself an altitude tent for that reason. Yep. I never really fought in high altitude places, but it did help even at sea level, obviously. But we didn't put any heavyweights on the card anyway, so we're good that way. But most of the athletes, I've been walking around this week and talking to a lot of the athletes, and most of them have been here at a minimum of 2 weeks. So that's probably about the minimum amount of time that I would take to try to acclimate to this. I still believe that when you live in an environment like this, it's just different, 100%. You see these, for example, to take it to even more of an extreme, because I did, me and a buddy of mine hiked an 11,000 peak on Monday when I arrived. And man, the moment my heart started going, I was like, I can feel this. But you look at these Sherpas and stuff that live in Mount Everest. I don't care if you come into Mount Everest and you're living there for a month or month and a half. You're never going to keep up with the
it's
people.
In their blood.
Correct.
It's in their blood. They're born in it.
Yeah, so there are a couple local fighters that have probably that little bit of advantage, but most of our roster, when talking to them, they've been here for some time, and there's a couple people that are like, yeah, no, it's the altitude doesn't really bother me, and I'm like, okay,
that third round, I'll be singing a different tune. Right now, you're good. You're good. It just hits different, man. I'm excited for this card. Haggerty's one of my absolute favorite athletes on the planet. I was bummed out about Mikey and Rutolo. That was a big one, but Rutolo.
Dude, I was so pumped for that match, man. It's just he got it injured at CJI, and he was trying. It took a while for him to for that to all kind of come together, because it was are you hurt or are you injured kind of mentality, assessing all that stuff. So I feel bad for Mikey at this point in time, and but working on all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that was a big hit. But no, I mean, I'm excited about the Haggerty matchup.
Oof.
That's going to be a fun
Great
one.
fight.
I think like the Ong Law fight is going to be a fun one to watch, man. Like that's going to go deep rounds. Liam Harrison on this card with Sox. Like we've managed to put together a really, really good card this time, man.
A banger for the Mile High fans, man. John Lineker's always fun to watch. 10 Powell, yep. Yeah, it's a stacked card, man.
It's going to be interesting. I think the Lineker matchup is interesting to me because it's like a little Muay Thai Mike Tyson coming forward and fighting Asa Tim Powell has really good footwork and moves, but so it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. Like you can't sleep on a guy like Lineker in 4-ounce gloves, man.
Yeah, definitely a clash of styles. I'm surprised our girl Stamp Fairtex isn't on this because I was at the last card in Denver. Dude, when you want to talk about a straight superstar, she walked out.
Yeah.
You would have thought it was freaking Taylor Swift in that arena. Dude.
Her and Rodtang, man, they both got huge, tremendous standing ovations.
Yes.
Well, so Stamp was originally slated to be on this card. And it was like, I don't know, 2-3 months ago, whatever, when we were putting the card together, and she had torn her ACL, and so she had to be taken off the card. So she was originally slated to be on against Zhang Jingnang for the title.
Great fight. And you guys seem to dig Denver, man. You guys keep going back there. I mean, last time I was there was in Denver.
Yep. Denver's been good to us, man. The commission is great to work with here. They've been good partners for us, but we have Atlanta later this year as well.
Yes, sir. I'm aware. Yeah, Atlanta will be fun.
No, we reserved our heavyweights for that card where they're not in altitude.
Smart, man. Smart.
Yeah.
Only time I find Atlanta, I lost, so I hate that place. But whatever. You guys have fun there. I'm excited to see it,
if I was you, Brendan, I would have been pulling for every single fight. Being from Denver, I would have pulled for every single fight being in Denver. Like, I'm fighting in Denver. Like, strategically, I'm just going to suck everything I can out of these heavyweights.
Brother. I tried. They gave me my first fight after the Ultimate Fighter they had in Denver, and then after that, they never let me come back. I kept asking for it, but again, they weren't worried about me. They were worried about the other heavyweights.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I know. But I'm not worried about I'm a heavyweight. I'm not worried about the other heavyweights.
Correct,
who cares if they crash midway through the second round?
What I'm saying,
man. No, hold on, wait a minute. You're heavyweight, so they crashed probably about a minute 15 in the altitude.
That air gets real thin up there, dude. I can't wait to see you guys, man. I'm excited for the event this Friday. You guys can check it out on Amazon. It is a banger, man. I'm excited.
When are you arriving?
I get in Friday morning.
Okay.
Rich, last question. Do you spend any time? Do you keep in touch with any of the guys you ever fought in the UFC?
Sporadically, not really. Like I don't call and check in on guys, but I never had any kind of animosity towards the guys that I fought. Like it was a real simple equation. Like I can be your best friend, man, but the moment that bell rings, like we got a job to do. Like I go in the gym especially like in my career, it's like I'm going to beat the crap out of my best friends, right? Like you're like maybe one of my peripheral friends or even an acquaintance. Like I have no problem punching you in the face. So I never had to really have this kind of like emotional buildup or hatred or any of that kind of stuff. So I always got along with my opponents. So it's like, if for example, I wanted to call Chuck and be like, hey man, I'm doing this fundraiser. Can you help me out with this thing? I'm sure he would be. I'm speaking for him now, but maybe he's like, F that guy. I hate Rich Franklin.
No, Chuck would be cool. Chuck's son is in same league my son is in baseball.
Is he?
Yeah, so he's around. Yeah, he's a great dude.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying though. Like I've always had good relationships with the guys. Yeah. So and likewise, whether I won or lost to somebody, if somebody like Anderson called me and was like, hey man, I need you to. Could you make an appearance at my charity event I'm doing? I'm like, sure, man. As long as I was capable, like. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, Rich is one of the good ones. But we can't thank you enough, Rich. I will see you Friday, my man. I'm looking forward to it. I know you got a busy day.
Yeah, if you want to get a little jog in on Friday morning, let me know, man.
I'd be down, man. Let me see what time I land.
How are you acclimated to this elevation now that you're not in it?
I mean, I feel like it's in my bones. It's in the bone marrow. So we'll see. We will see.
You sound like some of our athletes. We will see.
yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see, dude.
All right, I'll see you Friday, man. It's I'm looking forward to it. It was a good chat with you guys.
All right, brother.
See you, brother.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Take care.
Let's take a little break because NFL's finally here, dude.
I can't wait for the
new season means new ways to get in on the action with DraftKings Sportsbook. You guys know the deal, the official sports betting partner of the NFL. Ready to place your first bet? Okay, try bet on something simple like picking a player to score a touchdown, McCaffrey. Ready to do a touchdown dance of your own? Well, let's do it. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the best place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the code FIGHTER. That's code FIGHTER for new customers. Get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium on us. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Guys, you have a gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY, which is 467-369. But in Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling as well. Call 888-789-7777, or it's probably easier to just visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. Now that's on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas City. 21 age plus varies, and eligibility will vary as well by jurisdiction. Now we're void in New Hampshire, Oregon, Ontario. Bonus bets do expire
168 hours
after issuance. For additional terms
and responsible gaming resources,
go ahead and see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus premium offer available only to new
and former NFL Plus subscribers.
Additional NFL
Plus premium
terms at nfl.com/terms.
Let's take a break, man, because my wiener.
Yeah. Guess what?
You got something for me?
I took a Joy Mode.
How'd you feel?
I like the taste. You know, I always try to make sure, like, I know that this stuff is natural and science-backed. And I know that those ingredients actually do promote blood flow.
Did you have any weird side effects, like the nasty prescription drugs out there?
If you mean I felt really good.
Yeah.
And I'm going to just say that I had a little, I felt like I really did have blood flow down in my nether regions.
That's what it's for, dude.
And this stuff actually works well.
Yeah, we went to be telling you if it didn't work.
I trusted it because of the research, but I, you know, taking it has been interesting. It's been very interesting.
Oh, another baby on the way.
It. Tell us what you think. I don't need another baby.
We'll
but
see,
I'll tell you
dude.
what, be careful because it will get you going. And it's an electrolyte packet. It looks like that, right? You just put it in the water, stir it up, and drink it.
45 minutes, 4 hours prior to doing the dirty.
They got L-arginine, they got ginseng, they got vitamin C.
Yeah, it's great for you, man.
It also helps when you work out.
Yeah, it's like pre-workout for the sex game.
Or pre-workout, period.
Yep. So go to tryjoymode.com/fighter or enter fighter at checkout for 20% off your first order. That's tryjoymode.com/fighter for 20% off your first order.
Mm-hmm. All right,
We're back, buddy.
We're back, pal.
Did you miss me?
A lot.
It's been a hot second. I was looking forward to coming today.
It's in a hot second.
Now, I was going to make up a reason why I was late, and then I was like, I'm just going to tell the truth. I was working on that Hummer, and I lost track of time, and it's so hot out. It's so hot out, dude.
Yeah.
I started at 6 a.m., and then I looked down at my watch, it said 10:30. I went, I got to go.
Now, wait a minute.
We have a guest
when you
at
say
11.
you're working on it, what do you mean?
So it's a 91 Humvee. So it's not like a civilian
No,
H1.
It's a military.
It's a straight military issued vehicle.
Just in case.
And when I got it, I was like, wait, why is everything why'd they spray it all military like sand, like tan?
No.
And he's like, it's easy, man. People don't care. Military, they spray everything. I'm like, I know, but like the grill and like the trim and everything and the side mirror should be all black. And he's like, yeah, the military, they're not going to do that. He's like, also, who's going to take the time? I was all, I'll do it. I'll do it. Oh, this is why they don't do it. Oh, this is why they don't.
Oh, because it's a motherfucker?
No, but that's why I can do it. Like on new cars, like with the computers and all the technology, it's a nightmare. This, it's just bolts and it just takes a while.
Okay.
I can do it. Yeah.
So
all this stuff. Like,
why do you have a Hummer? Like what happened? It's because you have
in case Trump loses. What?
Okay, hold on. Take it easy.
Dude, look at the theme of my shirt.
Take it easy. Just relax.
Look at me now.
Fast trucks and freedom. Just take it easy for a second.
Make America gas again.
Hey. Hold on.
MAGA.
You already have.
MAGA. Make America gas again.
You already have. Are you going to try to like?
MAGA.
Are you going to try to like organize a pack where you get rid of electric cars? Like guys like me kind of have to. They come and take my car and maybe give me a shove around.
Yeah.
You're going to give me a shove around.
Force you to fill out the election.
And then am I going to have to get an American flag tattoo somewhere? Dude, I can tell what's going on with you. I just want to drive my electric car. I'm a little attached to my Tesla 3, white on white.
You MAGA. Make America gas again.
Now hold on.
That's our slogan, dude.
That seems
Drive fast, all
super
gas,
aggressive.
MAGA.
That seems super aggressive, man.
Was that American flag? Oh, wait.
And you're not above using your size and strength to just
Not
kind
at
of
all. Not at all.
give people a little shove
Have you seen
around.
the guys that drive gas vehicles?
Yeah, they're not pushovers. Yeah, they run, they lift. No, hold on.
MAGA, make America gas again.
No, okay, but wait.
That's our slogan, dude. 2024.
Yeah, but you already have a bunch of trucks. Now you got this
I don't have a
Hummer.
Hummer, though. I don't have a Hummer.
You got a military issue Hummer from '91.
Bulletproof.
That was when
Bulletproof.
Schwarzenegger was driving it.
Schwarzenegger.
Who's that? Does she come with it?
That's toe
That's
hold.
toe hold.
Always.
They're
with these-
crushing it.
They're
Yeah.
crushing
Boy, do they know their marketing.
Yeah, they do.
It gets me every time. Like, Jesus, you know what? I'll take a pair of
They're
sandals.
killing it. I
How
know.
much?
Well, you
she
know,
likes them?
Gordon Ryan's an owner now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they're
Yeah,
crushing
our
it.
boys are killing it there.
Yep.
I see that. I'm like, oh, I'll take it.
Yep.
Oh, this is me and the boys.
I love that. Now,
Boy, do they
is that
love
the Hummer that they're in?
That's the Hummer.
Okay, so what is the Hummer like? So you bought a Hummer.
There it is.
That's ridiculous. So you
Is
bought
it?
that Hummer. I actually really like it though. And
Is it too
what
much if I put Mac on the back there? But I'm not saying make America great again.
No,
That's already taken.
I
I'm
know.
saying make America gas again.
you could hold on, just please,
Similar.
please, sir.
Sorry.
That what's under the hood there is it the original stock engine?
Yep. 6.5 diesel engine.
So you have a diesel engine in there. That's not bad gas mileage if it's diesel.
Not great.
Okay, it's
About
not
8
great.
miles a gallon.
8 miles a gallon.
TRX gets 4.
Are you going to do something to the engine?
Oh, yeah.
You are.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to add some stuff to the engine.
I mean, you got to be careful with that because they're made for torque. You know, it's a 91, but
I
yeah, we'll add
understand.
some stuff.
But you got the truck and you bought the truck. I'm so confused. You decided that thing's for sale. I'm going to get it because I need that.
In
But it
case November doesn't go like it should, things could get weird.
Well, what are you going to do? Mount it with certain things?
Bulletproof. That thing can climb over anything.
And you're gonna-
ground clearance is insane, and we can fit 8 people in there.
8.
Hey.
Is there any room for me?
You're one of the 8.
Am I? Appreciate that.
Wife and kids.
But come on, I got little kids.
I know. I got mine though.
I know, but we'll sit on each other's
I gotta
laps.
save you, or you can pick.
I shoot straight. And you know me and my temper.
I know.
It comes in as an acid. Don't need a lot of food
I don't
or
know if it's
water.
an asset. I feel like it's liability.
I get downright murderous.
I know that's liability during this whole
Yeah, but
revolution.
you want me on your side.
Yeah,
You do.
At the end of the day,
I can turn it on.
But I don't know if I want you in the actual car with us.
I would say this about myself. I think you would back me up. I think, like a lot of people talk a big game. If it comes down to it, I'm gonna do my part. I'm not saying I'm gonna be a
You're not
hero.
gonna be able to get there.
I'm gonna
'cause
do my part.
Charging stations get shut down. That's
I'll ride. I'm gonna ride on the roof. This glass,
like Mad Max style?
like Mad Max, and you can just go. I need a pole to hold on to here.
just like Mad Max. Oh,
Yep.
you're the guy that that sprays the silver can in his face and
Yeah.
takes one for the team.
Like that. Shack, 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 shack. Woohoo! Shack, 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 shack. That's me.
I dig it.
You know what I'm saying?
You're that guy.
If it comes down to it.
Dude, I could have used you on, when was I there? On Sunday, I went to Glen Helen Raceway. My boy, Chris Bailey, was racing. So Chris is the best drag racer in America, has the fastest Demon 170 in the world, set world records. He's a monster, right? So he goes around the nation going, hey, come one, come all. I have the fastest car in the world and I can beat you. So all the top shops from around the nation come. That's us there, Chin, with the race car. Yeah. So he goes around the nation going, hey, if you think you have a fast car, race me, I'll bet you. So I show up with my kids. I'm like, all right, here we go. Dude, it was so intense. It was so competitive
Yeah.
because all the top shops and there's egos.
Oh,
so he
yeah,
raced.
I was about to say, that's a
he raced
subculture.
against like this East LA Vato team. Dude, they were so upset. They roll up to his little camp there, 20 deep. I'm like, what was going on here? Rough looking dudes.
Yeah.
Chris goes, get ready to go. I'm like, go where, dude?
I'm not
what are you
fighting
talking
over
about?
who has the best
I
cars.
went, T-Boss, get in the car. I'm like, what's happening right now? They were so upset they lost. He went undefeated. Him and his boy. Undefeated. They were so upset.
They were upset.
They accused him of cheating. This,
Well,
this.
it's all that what is it? It's manhood. It's your manhood. It is a subculture, and especially California souping cars up and all that stuff.
Oh, dude.
I mean, that's where it started, I believe.
Yeah, well, like them, I get like where there's egos involved. They put a lot of time in the cars trying to figure out, the fastest quarter mile. I get why they get all into it. It's weird to me, like, I'll post my truck or something. People are like, oh, my TRX or my Raptor beat the shit out of yours. I'm like, your dad Henry Ford? Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm confused. Is your dad Henry Ford? I'm sorry. Did you build the truck?
Yeah.
Oh no. You just paid a mechanic to do it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
This is in.
You're better at Googling than me?
This is in people's. I believe truly that this is in your genes. My son, my 2.5-year-old, is obsessed with cars, and is constantly.
So you know he's
looking
not
at cars.
gay.
And he's saying,
Is he taking trucks going?
yes, he plays with trucks. He wants to watch
Because
trucks.
he's a boy.
And he's always saying, "I want to buy that." car.
No, there's no
I want
difference
that."
between men and women. Dude, you're crazy. Make America gas again. Dude, you're crazy.
Dude. It's
You tell me he gets
my
them
daughter was
and-
never
and
in
naturally
trucks.
goes, yeah.
driving them.
Yeah.
Then he had a really serious. He goes, "Daddy, it's really hard to do 2 trucks. I have to only do one because I can't push them at that." He was the one was
It
going
is
on.
challenging.
It's unbelievable though. He's obsessed with driving
He's a boy.
cars. Yeah, he sits on my lap. We drive.
He's a boy.
He's obsessed.
I mean, he's so bummed out he's in a Tesla, but yeah, he's a boy.
Yeah.
Send him over to my house.
Yeah,
I'll
he
blow
likes
his
race
fucking
cars.
mind.
Yeah,
My kids.
He loves trucks.
Yeah. Send him over to my house. He'll never come back.
He'll never come back.
Never come
He'll
back.
want to sit in that truck on your lap and drive.
Boss D&T, I said, all right, guys, first day of school was what, last Wednesday or something like that? Yeah, Wednesday. I was like, all right, first day of school, you pick the car. God, they have no idea how fortunate they are. I go, you pick the car, what do you want? I'm thinking TRX, we just got it back, the Demon, the
You just
Lightning.
got the TRX back.
Yep. I'm like, do you guys pick?
Back from the dead.
Went the military truck. They love it. And I was like, dude, but your mom did your hair. Here, there's no windows. Your hair's gonna get all fucked up. They didn't care.
No.
That's what they wanted.
Fucking kid doesn't care about
There's no
hair.
AC. There's no radio.
You care about that shit.
No, they didn't care.
You get to be in this awesome military thing.
They love it. Yeah,
That's
they
a
love it.
heavy vehicle. What's that weigh about? What do we got? Look up how much the Hummer weighs.
Is it that H? Is it H1 or what is it?
H1.
H1.
Probably a lot.
12,000,
Oh
14,000.
my God. Oh, okay. No, that's the
No, that's H1 there.
1991.
That's a 2006. So that's
Still,
the
that's heavy
Alpha,
as
which
shit.
is gonna be a little lighter. Type in do Humvee. Oh, there you go. 95 Hummer H1 curb weight. Do that.
Oh wait, sorry. Less.
6.7. So they made them 6,700. Wow, that's way lighter than I thought. So modern.
Still heavy. 6,000.
That's not heavy.
No.
No.
8,000.
Look up how much electric cars weigh.
Yeah, my car weighs. My Tesla.
The battery.
3 weighs a.
Yeah, so that's why the Hummer was it weighed too much. It was too wide, so they made them very difficult to get registered.
Yeah, damn.
Your cars, and think how small your car is.
Damn.
4,000 pounds. It's the. Hey Chin, bring up the electric Hummer EV. That's more comparable. But weighs it faster though. I'll give them that.
9,000.
Yeah, so it's about 3,000 pounds heavier.
Damn. 10,000 pounds.
But TRX are 7,000 pounds. Like the Hummer, like back in the day, everyone's like, oh, they're so heavy. Today's car's just as heavy, if not heavier.
Pretty wild.
No airbags either.
You're not even looking at the electric Hummer.
No, but out of all the electric cars, that's probably the coolest looking one.
Yeah,
They have problems though,
they do.
a lot of problems. That's why the lease is so
That
cheap on
Rivian
them right
is a
now.
nice car.
I drove a Rivian.
Yeah.
Rivians are. I mean, again, it's all the
Electric.
same, but yeah,
Yeah,
they look cool.
yeah, they do. It's a nice car.
The electric cars that look decent are the ones where they don't make them look electric. There's a look about electric. It's like Down syndrome kids. They all have the same look. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. If that's your cup of tea, make America gas again. Am I too much today?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah,
I like it.
Okay, we back, dog.
You
We
know what I'm
back,
saying?
baby. Yeah,
This is vintage TFATK.
yeah, we back, man. That's too
I'm
much.
sorry.
So
TFATK.
Rivian weighs 7,000 pounds. It's about more than a Hummer. So they're too heavy. I'm creating a video. Me and Mark creating a video. Can a Hummer H1, a Humvee, a 1991 Humvee, be a daily dad driver in LA?
Well, you
Can it be
the one
your
thing I
daily
give
driver?
you is that you buy the craziest car, whether it's a Ferrari, whatever,
I got
and you
problems.
drive it every day.
Every single day.
It's like your driver car, and I love that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that because if you make that with that Ferrari back then, if you had hit something with that or somebody hit you,
scary.
it's big problems.
That's why the Hummer's so dope. Like
value
you
goes
mess,
down.
yeah, with those for sure. With the Hummer, it's like, I mean, like I'm painting parts on it now with black spray paint. It's all good.
Yeah,
You break some, it
doesn't matter.
$50 to get a new part. That's why they're fun. And remember, the reason why my dumbass can work on them is because remember, especially 91, those were made, they get stuck in the desert. You got 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds in war areas.
Yeah.
They got to fix them fast, so there has to be easy access
Oh.
and no computer, nuts and bolts. So it's
Really?
all right there. Yeah,
Interesting.
that's why I can work on it.
That makes sense.
Moron.
Yeah, you don't know. That's not your thing necessarily.
The new cars, I can't. I just can't. I
Yeah.
can't.
Well, they're so packed in.
And yeah, computers
It's all-
and the tuning.
there's nowhere to
You
work.
mess with anything, then you got to do the right tune. It's just the Hummers. It's a project car. It's so
Yeah,
much
they
fun.
tune
That's why I was late today.
cars
Look at
now
my
on a
fucking
laptop.
hands,
Yeah, you were actually fucking around.
sweating since 6 a.m. Didn't even go to the gym. Usually I go to the gym. I was like, I'll just start a little bit.
When I remember, I used to take my car to those shops. I was in Hoboken, New Jersey, and you take your car to a shop to get new shocks or whatever it was. It was a garage, and you'd see dudes on their back just working on all day. That shit is that is a hard job to do. That you better love cars because
And they
Just
do,
the-
those shops still exist.
They do.
But those will go away. That's why I hate electric. That will all go away. The middle class working man, all that will go away. You vote Kamala Harris, all that goes away. All that goes away. All that goes away. All those companies I work with, Borla, King Shocks, all family owned, all that goes away.
just because there's more legislation to get electric cars in.
Yeah, they're forcing on you. Why would they do that?
Well, it's also just
Why would they do that?
it's
though?
also
We can go
just
through it if you want.
the inevitable
Is it though?
sort of movement away from fossil
Or
fuels.
in fossil fuels, that's hilarious. Or is it's same as fashion? Like remember skinny jeans were it. And then everyone has skinny jeans. But they gotta make money. Baggy jeans are in. You gotta have baggy now. So let's bring the baggy.
I don't
in.
think it's that. I don't think it's that. I think what happens is like anything else. It's just technology. You know, you got to have too many people like me who are lazy, who just don't care about driving, and they just like my car. When it's a green light, ding, I hear that. When I'm getting too close to a car, beep, 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 it self drives in traffic, and then you just get a bunch of people like
It's
me.
an easy thing that's
it's just
comfort.
easy. And also the Tesla's safe. Also, I don't have to get out and get gas. And so for me,
Sure.
I'm not a gearhead. So
But you don't have to be. And here's the
Yeah.
thing: the majority of Americans aren't into EVs.
But remember
The
this.
majority's not.
Yeah, but remember this. Remember this.
Also-
Innovation is destructive. And innovation throughout the beginning of time, they always use this famous thing, people who made buggy whips, right? Buggy whips went out of business. The minute that, VHS Tower Records, everything goes out of business as soon as a new technology comes along. And you're never going to win that game. You'll be a holdout, and there's a market for that, to be a holdout.
You're looking at it.
But you just have to understand that in everything in life, all of us,
Yeah,
most of
it-
what we're
it moves
doing,
on.
but most of what we're doing is going to be obsolete. I wonder how sometimes teaching our children the things we're teaching, is AI going to replace that? What are we learning? Obviously
yeah.
not everything, but I'm just saying.
But even with Tiger, like came home, he's like, "Dad, I'm learning cursive." I thought
there you go.
I didn't want to do it to him. I was like, when will he ever use
Right.
that? And I'm paying how much a year?
There you go.
When
Cursive.
will the fuck he
When's the
ever
last
use
time you
that?
used fucking cursive?
Think about that. And Han, how long you guys spent on this?
Yeah. Let's take a little break. I'll tell you what, if you're looking for your hair to grow back, you can do a lot of things.
Then why don't you do it?
Well, I do. But, if you really want to just take a pill, for example, like something that actually works, Hims provides an access of range to a range of hair loss treatments that work, all from the comfort of your couch or
dude,
chair.
No dude wants to lose his hair, but it's pretty common. You're losing it. My brother's losing it. My dad's losing it. It's like, what are we going to do? Him said, hold on,
Well,
fellas.
we got finasteride, we got minoxidil. Those are the two things that have clinically been proven to grow your hair within 3 to 6 months.
Dude, Hims has chewables, oral, you swallow a little pill, they got sprays, they got all sorts of stuff. So you don't have to be scared, man. Hims has hundreds of thousands of trusted subscribers. So if you feel like you're losing part of yourself with your hair, get Hims and get your confidence back.
100% online.
Start your free online visit today at hims.com/fighter. That's HIMS.com/fighter for your own personalized hair loss treatment options. Hims.com/fighter.
Results vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See a website for full details and important safety information. I remember in New York City.
But just the school structure in general.
Sure. That's right. New York City.
The bell, obeying.
All of that was
there.
to make good factory workers.
Correct.
Right?
You want your kid to be a 9 to 5 or do it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. But when the kid, if he's a little rebellious and they want to give him medication or it's like, I don't know, man.
I'm right with you.
Then if you want to talk about college, what do you think? Who would you hire? Let's say you owned a business. Who would you hire? Would you hire the kid who after high school traveled the world and visited, 20 countries and learned a new language? Or would you hire the kid who got a communications degree from University of Colorado? Who's going to be more adept to dealing with real life stuff?
Traveled, man.
Right?
Right?
But he's also not
knowledge, or the kid who worked as an apprentice.
Yeah, but he's also not $150,000 in debt either.
No, try $400,000.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
you know
what I'm saying.
Yes.
But that's what we're dealing with. But and it's tough for me. It's different if your kid plays sports and he's going to play sports, and depending on the sport, college is very important. But if they're just a regular student, it's a conversation now.
It's a huge conversation.
Especially if a parent educates himself and goes, hold
Jordan
on.
Peterson's university, Jordan, I don't know if you know them, pretty smart guy and knows something about education. Jordan Peterson, he's got, I think it's called, and Jonathan Haidt, they've got different universities online. It costs you $5,000 to get a degree, but you're going to get a real degree. So if you want to learn.
Andrew Tate has the same thing.
There you go. So colleges now.
Charlie Kirk has the same thing.
Charlie Kirk, smart guy. Fucking, and
because they're fed up hot today.
They're fed up with this. They're fed up with these universities that are teaching our kids that everything about America is bad, that collectivism and socialism is the way to go, etc. We talked about that ad nauseum, but I'm saying the only thing that college gives you though is contacts. So you build a network. You build a network.
Depending what college you go to.
Depending on what college
you go to USC, sure, man. You're in the film industry and you're a director at USC. Judd Apatow went there.
Sure.
I can keep listing people. There's a lot of strength with
That's
that.
right.
But again,
and in sports, right?
In sports, or if you're like engineering, something like that, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You want to be a lawyer? Yeah, you have to get your undergraduate degree. But if they're just like, I'm gonna go major in communication and social studies, like, no, you're not. No, I'm not paying for that. Go travel. Here's half of what we would cost. Go travel. Go with your buddy, learn a language, do something,
Whatever.
be disciplined.
I mean, even the military is not a bad idea. Like just certain things that give you,
Depends.
practical.
They're sending your kid to Ukraine for self-interest, then what are we doing? No. That's a whole nother thing.
No, I'm saying practical.
But isn't it weird when you think
knowledge.
about all that? Like in the military, I still, I adore the military. All my family's military. So for me, it was like, oh, there's nothing better. They're fighting the good fight. And then and who knows? Like the information you get now, you're like, man, currently now, I'm not saying like World War II.
War's big business, Bubba.
I know.
War's
the biggest. And you look at why are we getting into wars?
A lot of people make a lot of money.
When you look at Vietnam, and you're like, wait, why were we there? And hold on, somebody's grandfather died?
If you talk to, hold on. If you see the Iraq invasion, when we invaded Iraq, the people that were the most sort of hesitant were people who were in uniform who had done fighting.
Of course.
It was civilians who were like, we've got to restructure the Middle East. And a lot of people who had been in the military, especially people like Colin Powell, by the way, were like, hey guys, you don't actually know,
the lay of
what
the land.
You're getting into.
No.
It's like talking about fighting if you've never been in a ring.
Yeah.
It's like there are a lot of shit to go.
What'd you say?
What?
I didn't even catch it.
What?
What did you say?
MAGA. Make America gas again.
Man, you're coming in. Jets blazing, bro.
That's what happens when you got a break, Doug.
Jets blazing.
Yeah, but you think about Operation Desert Storm, my uncle was in it. You're like, really? What was that for? Oh, for our freedom.
Iraq invaded Kuwait. But
they're invading America? We're protecting our borders.
Well, Kuwait controlled a lot of oil. And we were pretty open about that. We were like, hold on, Iraq's going to come in and control all of Kuwait.
But even then, we were like, I don't know. They're like,
that was
they have
before we
weapons
had
of mass
shale.
destruction. You're all, really?
Yeah.
Prove it. Just listen to us.
Yeah.
But it's just a different time.
Do you know what has created this? Where I'm going to give you a quiz. I might have already asked you, but there was an event that eroded America's trust in institutions, in media, in academia,
COVID.
in politics.
COVID.
Before that,
Before COVID?
it instilled a
Give me a
real
year. Give me a
sense
year.
of cynicism.
Give me a year.
80s, but mostly 90s. When and I'll give you some hints. There was an event
God, there's
that
a number of
changed
events, though,
America's view on authority. Authority was looked at as no longer a system of competence, but as tyrannical and corrupt. And it happened, and it was a shock to all of us. And no one believed it until the press, especially Boston and places like that, actually started really digging into it. And then it was a shocking revelation.
God,
a shocking
there
revelation.
A number of those come to mind because you got like the incident that happened in Waco, right? Where people are like, God, that was fucked up.
Okay,
right?
okay, but
then,
that was-
then like Whitey Bulger and then being an FBI informant,
Those
working with the
all-
FBI, like all that's corrupt.
Sure.
Even though that didn't really come out at the time.
But that's an interesting thing.
JFK's a big one where people went,
Yep,
hold on.
But then, so think after
we think
JFK,
now,
before Waco.
because we think now, like when you think of JFK, we're like,
Yeah.
I can't believe they didn't realize this. Oh, they did.
Think
People
about,
were very
I'm gonna give you a
upset.
hint. Think
People
about,
were very suspect.
Think
is what
about
I'm
the
saying.
most trusted people. There was a group of people that were the most trusted for a long time, and then we realized that there was something really awful going on.
Well, there's like CNN was
Nope.
a big one, flagship.
So I'm going to
right?
tell you what it was. It was when we found out that priests were molesting and raping children.
Oh man, I found that young.
Well, but
I've been
when,
hip to
when
that.
in Spotlight and stuff, everybody was until it went mainstream. Because I remember when Disney came out with a movie called Priest, and I remember it was like 1991, and Catholics were calling and going, "I am never going to buy anything from Disney again. How dare they say that this priest?" They featured a priest who was a pedophile.
Damn, Disney did. Disney was
a long
lit
time
back in the
ago.
day. Remember they put dicks and stuff on
Yeah, but everybody
Lion
who had
King?
been in the Catholic Church, my family members and all that, we all knew some shit was going on.
It's kind
But
of like
it was
Bill Cosby,
never
right?
talked about.
It was all
Yes, it
hearsay,
was
and then
never
finally someone
talked
goes,
about.
"No, for reals, there's an issue."
Yeah, and then we found out that there were a lot of predators, a lot of fucking predators, like just real pedophiles that were hiding behind the cloth and doing terrible things. And most importantly, it wasn't just that. It was when we found out that the higher ups in the church were covering
Cover
for
it
them.
up. The
And that
Boy
changed
Scouts was
everything.
a hit to the stomach too.
Oh fuck yeah!
But
that was all part of it.
Also, no shit.
Yeah, that was all part of it.
I was at Boy Scouts. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm tying knots. Why this guy's so close to me? I got it. Hey, I got it. Hey, back up, Doug.
Why are you
I'm
so
an Eagle
close to me?
Scout. I don't give a fuck. Why are you so close? Why's your nuts on my shoulders? I'm 7.
Yeah,
No, I got the knot. No, I saw how you did
Yeah.
it. I'll take
Yeah.
it from here.
yeah.
Get
And
your
that
nuts
was
off my
never
shoulder.
spoken about. But the erosion of that trust and the when Spotlight came out and all those priests were named, and well, it wasn't those priests. It was how many men,
was all hidden.
who were all like men, like repressed Catholic, Irish tough guys, Catholic Italian guys, came out and said, "Me too, me too, me too." It was the first Me Too movement, and it was, and then you found out that the cardinals in these churches,
Masking it,
they
hiding
knew about it,
everything.
and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just moved those
Yep.
guys to different
And
dioceses.
so they could keep doing it.
Fuck. And we've never recovered from that. It was historians will always go, that
know.
was the beginning of
To
the end
use
of
the
that.
words of Jesus Christ, that was a blessing. That was a blessing that got unsheathed. Thank God it did.
Yeah. So
But also,
these orphanages that
no
were run by those
shit,
priests,
dude.
horrible.
But also, no shit.
Yeah.
Talking about the dudes that give their life up to Jesus Christ and refuse to touch women.
Well, some of them.
Why?
So-
but why wouldn't they be drawn?
So
to it?
here's why.
Why would they? Why would they be so into
But I'll tell
doing
you why.
this and being around little boys and having power?
No, I'll tell you why. So a lot of the Catholic priests were great people. What it was this, and the church itself did a lot of good work. But what happened was typically throughout history. If you were gay, you couldn't tell your family you went in, and it was a sin. You went into the priesthood to figure out a way to deal with your sins. Okay, that was
So
first
that
thing.
makes sense because they say you're going to hell.
Yeah, all that. But the other thing is, remember, in most societies, the firstborn got the entire inheritance. So typically, in most countries, if the firstborn gets the entire inheritance, the secondborn would always go into the priesthood. Always. That was a tradition. Because you were the second brother. So you were going to become, so you went in there, and then you were just a dude. You had to take this vow of chastity, and then you put all your attention into kids and helping them out. So there are a lot of priests.
Yeah, we're talking about the minority?
Yeah, well, hold on. We're not talking, there were a lot of great priests that did a lot of great work, that raised a lot of kids and all that. But all of a sudden you had a bunch of predators that went, hold on, I can get away with
It's a free
murder.
pass.
I can get away with
Yeah,
murder.
I can do this?
Yeah. Nobody's gonna, because priests were untouchable.
And I'm protected?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, a couple things when you were growing up, a little bit before me, a couple things, people that were untouchable, doctors and priests. If a doctor said that's what you do, you did it. If a doctor said there's no evidence, there's no evidence. If a doctor said take your medicine, it didn't. You never argued with a doctor ever until malpractice suits came in. That was a new thing.
Or
to
until
sue your
social media
doctor.
came in. Now, doctor.
Well, now
I'm
it's a
like,
whole
get
different
the
thing.
fuck out of here. Take what? You want what medication?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of doctors get a bum rap, and I think a lot of
doctors,
social media
I don't
does
think-
damage too, though.
Yes and no, but I think there's a lot of good because a lot of doctors that, they're pushing the agenda. They're pushing, these pharmaceuticals that they get paid on, they get blowbacks. But also a lot of them, that's all they know too. They're not bad people. They're like, no, that's how it's done.
But you know what, Bubba, you and I know this, and there's a lot to medicine, and there's a
ton.
lot of bro science out there, including from other fucking quote unquote doctors who got their degree but never practiced. You talk to dudes who've been in the business for a long fucking time.
Depends what kind of doctor they are.
I mean,
if I'm going to talk to them or not.
Well, there are a lot of great doctors, and a lot of doctors know a
There's some-
shitload.
Yeah, no, agree 100%. Then there's a lot that are pushing the pencil.
Yeah, we have to be careful though about what we criticize, right? There's a lot of misinformation on statins. There's a lot of misinformation on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but you get criticized for both sides. It's not fair to just say, oh, doctors are great, listen to them. Well, no. I've had issues with doctors.
Yeah.
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 It's okay to go, well, hold on, explain this to me.
Sure.
Why are you doing it?
Sure.
Now, do I have to take that medication? Or is there something I could do naturally
Yes.
and work out and get past this?
Yeah.
Where I'm not reliant on that prescription for life.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, there's no cutback to you?
Well, a lot of
Is that
doctors
why?
a lot of doctors will give diabetes medication because they know their patients are not going to do the exercise. They're not going to eat well. They're not.
Well,
and they
that's
well,
where
you're not going to do
Ozempic
that. So
comes from.
metformin and all this stuff is
Ozempic,
going to
yeah.
save. Yeah, it's going to save your life, or it's going to add life. Because I can't work with you. It's like my buddy's doctor. I tell you, my buddy's doctor. He eats too much. He eats like 4 men, and his doctor goes, "I can't work with you anymore." I was like, "What?" He goes,
That's a waste of time.
I'm not working with you anymore. I'm not doing this, and he fired him.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. So,
Good
and then
for
I go
him.
there and they go, you never have to come back again because you are a fucking
Oh, I told you that one dentist said, you are so gifted with your teeth. It's such a blessing. You never come in and they're
Yeah.
this good. I went, oh, you fucked up.
How
She
those
goes-
teeth doing?
She goes, why? I went, I will never be back.
Yeah.
That's all I had to hear. She goes, well, no, you still want to come in? I go, absolutely not. No. You said I have God-given teeth? Thank you.
You got good enamel?
I
I thought you
won't.
had holes in your teeth.
Nah, man, there's a way to fix that.
How'd you fix it?
Calcium.
With
Stuff.
fluoride?
There's a thing called No BS, and it has stuff that actually help grow your, like the cavities, the calcium.
Really?
Yeah. Fix my teeth.
You brush your teeth with it?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
a toothpaste, but again, we're told fluoride and all this stuff. Yeah, really helped out. I don't have issues anymore.
You don't. You fix
It's
your
called
teeth.
No BS. Yeah, they're not like Brock Lesnar's.
I
That's
thought when you
tough.
said holes in the teeth, I was like,
Damn, how the fuck?
No,
did he do
cavities
that?
are holes,
How'd
yeah.
that happen? Well, that does not look good.
He probably grinds his teeth.
Jesus Christ.
Probably grinds
That's
his
a
teeth
real
and eats,
issue.
shit chips.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Those
not
are shit
good.
chips. Yeah,
That looks like black gelatin.
he's eating shit corn nuts.
Shit corn nuts.
Oh,
Those are shit. Those are little corn nuts.
those are bad.
Got some corn nuts.
If you have bad teeth,
I wouldn't tell him that to his face, but
No, you wouldn't want to.
no. Is Brock still doing WWE?
So Naswa, no, I don't think so. I think he's just done with everything.
He's on a hiatus.
Oh, but he's also he got kind of lumped into the whole Vince shit, like all
Yeah.
that stuff, like all the old school guys. Like, check please,
Oh, really? Okay.
Because it was back in the day. It's like when they come for
It was a
Clint
bit of a party. It was a
Eastwood
party.
and for he's all check please. Yeah, I'm out.
They're
He's also
setting up
set.
a big Roman Reigns, The Rock, Brock Lesnar thing right now. I see it coming. So he'll be back.
Yeah, he doesn't need to do shit. He's set.
He's got money.
Yeah. I'm seeing Bill Goldberg this weekend.
Love Bill.
What?
Bill's my boy. Tell him. We were just
Well, he
talking.
was on the show.
I love Bill.
Yeah. He's a huge Mopar guy. Huge
His son's
car guy.
kicking ass in football.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's he playing? You would know.
I don't know where his son. I mean, Bill played at Georgia though. He's a dog.
Bill played in the NFL.
Yeah.
Bill's
Bill
a
was a
stud.
legit dog.
Still trains, still in shape. My age.
He's such a superior athlete that I remember I think it was SummerSlam.
is.
His son played at Colorado.
Yeah. But before the match, he has that whole entrance where people stand outside the doors. He was ramming his head into the locker so hard that he just busted his head open and then started walking out. And everyone was like, well, this isn't going to work. But he's such a superior
He's a
athlete.
stud.
Nope,
His son's not that big. He's 6 foot, 215.
Linebacker?
Yeah. Is that big?
Pretty perfect. That's what
Really?
you want. Yeah, for linebacker, short and stout. That's what you want
Oh,
for
okay.
linebacker. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, especially middle linebacker. But Bill's a huge car guy. He has a car
yeah,
show.
I know.
Massive.
Oh, yeah.
I think he has a deal with Dodge. Yeah. He got the Demon before I did. He had the 2018 Demon.
Loves it.
He sold the 2018 and 2024 together as a combo package. He's a big Dodge guy.
There's a great video on Instagram, Bill's Instagram, where he's talking to his son. And his son's about to go and play, and he goes, "These guys are not pushovers by any fucking means. So let's go fucking get them." He's so intense, man. I love him. You got to listen to this. He's a great dad. I love that guy. I think it's Bill Goldberg.
He moved. He's in Texas. He used to be in San Diego. He moved to Texas.
Yes, he
He's
did.
outside
Yeah,
Austin.
San Antonio, I think. Yeah.
I think he's between there
Yeah.
because we're supposed to shoot some car content with him.
Really?
Yeah, he's out there. But I'll see him in Denver. Talk some cars. I assume Dodge hooked up and gave him a Demon 170 because he sold his Demon 170. But I assume that's just.
There it is, right there.
Top one?
Yeah, right there. Listen up.
Get your ass locked in. I'm telling you gotta flip one round. Hey, this ain't gonna be a walkover today, by any means. Get their ass ready. That's your fucking job right now.
I think he's talking about when was this posted?
Get their ass.
4 days ago.
ago.
So I think he was talking when they're playing North Dakota State. I said the same
you're right.
thing, man. I said the
right.
exact same thing. This ain't a walkover. Those boys, North Dakota State's no joke, man. They're a good
How do you
team.
think how hard it is for that kid? Your dad's Goldberg.
But he's a wrestler.
Play
Yeah.
pro football, though.
No one knows him as football. No one thinks that Goldberg thinks pro football.
Yeah.
Not a single person. It'd be tough if your dad's Tom Brady. If your dad's
That's true.
Gronkowski. If your dad's Junior Seau. If your dad's Ed McCaffrey. And now his son's better than him.
Yeah.
By every
Kid
possible
is so
metric.
unbelievable.
Yeah, I never really got over that mouth kissing thing with Tom Brady.
That's weird. No,
weird,
when you have
right?
kids,
I mean, do you
no,
do
I'm
that?
saying it's weird that people that focus on that.
Do you do that? I don't know. Is that normal? I don't know.
I don't, but it's normal.
Yeah.
When they're babies, I did.
Yeah,
Older, no,
babies,
but it shows he's close with his kiddos. I don't have an issue with it. People that don't have kids are like, it's so weird. I'm like, nah, you're
Now
weird.
you have
man.
kids, you don't think about
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
You don't even think about it,
Good
no.
to know.
It's like my baby drooled in my mouth the other day by
That's
accident.
cute.
Yeah.
And I was like, ugh. And I was like,
It's weirder. He only drinks avocado shakes. Everyone's focused on the fucking kid and kissing. No, he drinks.
does?
Tom. He drinks avocado shakes
Really?
nonstop. Yeah, his diet's like all avocado shakes.
Yeah.
But people are focused on the kid. I'm like, oh, whatever. He's clearly close.
Tom
with the
Brady's
kiddos.
an emotional guy. I guarantee he's an unbelievable
How do you think he's going to do broadcasting?
Amazing. Did you hear
He'll
him?
do great at everything.
Have you heard some of his stuff? He's a monster.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Oh, you're a Tom Brady hater.
I'm not a hater.
You're hating
Hold
on
on.
his kid.
Hey, hold on.
hold on.
No,
Hey,
no,
Brett, Brett is a little
Hold on.
feisty.
No, I'm not.
He
Well, hold on.
is. He had
Hold on.
two
So
magic
far, she
minds
comes in
today.
here.
Two magic minds.
Hold on. One. So Tom Brady, right? Because his kid is weird.
It was a long kiss on the mouth.
That's whatever. And then, did you hear his commentating? I thought it was really good.
She hadn't saying. She said, I heard it. Hold
I
on,
heard
let
it.
her
I was
finish.
asking opinions.
Monster.
Hold on.
Monster.
Hold on, sir.
Because
What do you-
think how
Sanaz.
good Tony Romo is.
Sanaz.
You know how much smarter he is than Tony Romo?
Bro, hold on.
No.
Take it easy over there.
So angry at me today.
Not angry.
No, he's
I'm a Tom Brady fan.
Feisty, dude.
We love Tom. I actually was going to say I was impressed.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
Hey,
I
bro.
was impressed. Because you know what? Certain players you see and you're like, oh, they're going to be good. Like Greg Olson, right? Greg Olson, he's smart, whatever, but he was really good. But then you see these players that are amazing, right? Like think of a Kobe Bryant. What have they always said about Kobe? He'd be a terrible coach. He'd be a terrible coach because he doesn't get what you don't get.
I can't relate to him, yeah.
But Tom Brady, arguably the GOAT, comes out here and is like, oh, I get this, and I get how you want to hear this. I was impressed.
That's why they gave him like 200-something million.
You know.
That's a lot of money.
And he took Olsen's job.
I know.
He did.
Yeah. But also quarterbacks are always the best. Always the best.
Yeah.
When you think of all the
they're
great
field
commentators,
generals. They have to know the game.
Troy Aikman's fantastic.
Yeah, he is.
Romo's great. I think Olsen's good.
Yeah, I was surprised by him, right?
No, I mean, he's a smart dude, play at Miami. He was always like captain for the Carolina Panthers. So always like a smart dude, but
I would love to.
He's good.
I would love to hear Tom Brady like talk about football.
Oh, if you hear, he went on our boy at Fox show. What's his name? Main guy at Fox, Colin.
Colin Hurd?
Colin Hurd. He went on the Herd, and he was like, "Oh, let me break it down for you, dude." You're like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
He's he's so
Yeah, well,
fucking
that's
good.
why you're who you are.
It's Tom Brady. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Todd Phillips of Hangover fame and Joker. He read a script of mine one time, and it was a good script, and he broke it down for me. He gave me a 3-page synopsis, and I remember going, okay,
Got some work to do.
I'm not a writer,
Oh.
and there's a reason he is who he is. Like none of his success is an accident.
No, he makes a living.
No one knows better about writing.
He makes a living doing it.
But he's one of the best.
Yeah.
And when you have one of the best who can make who changes the culture, you're like, oh, you tell stories better than anybody.
And then there's certain quarterbacks who you're like, there's no I don't think Patrick Mahomes is gonna be a great commentator. You know,
Because he's so instinctual,
it's just not his thing. There's certain guys who are like, yeah, like I bet Aaron Rodgers would be pretty good.
I would imagine, yeah.
Who have you heard that's a quarterback that you don't like?
Terry Bradshaw's not great.
No.
He's entertaining.
Really? No.
But he's a color commentator. Like he's not play-by-play guy. He's on the booth. He's not like a guy you want breaking down the play.
Yeah, I like
Tony Romo was so good at it. People complain because he would tell you what they were going to do just from the formation.
Really?
He was like, the slant's open on the left here. Hey, Jim, you're going to see him throw a slant. You're like, hey, spoiler alert, dude. And then he throw a slant. Like, that's what I do. Then you should check down here, run a draw. You're like, hey, dude. Because he knew all the defense.
Because he could see the backfield. And
He's a quarterback. All of them can do it, but Tony Romo was the only guy who would actually do it.
Wow.
He's getting complaints.
Why? Because when you're a quarterback and you see a formation
That's
like
what they
that,
do.
you know where the openings
Yeah,
are. You know what's
exactly.
gonna go
They
on.
have to, right when they break, they got to read all the defense. That's why the defense hides it.
So when they're reading the defense out there, they're calling the plays, they're changing the
They're
plays.
checking the plays, based on the defense. And then Tom Brady was so good at it that you'll notice, especially when they played Tampa Bay, the defense would stay in the middle until he said hike, and so he would have to do it on the spot.
No shit.
Because if they lined up in defense, he would destroy him.
What?
So they came up with a plan. Just everyone stayed tight and then they would spread out. And then he was so good even then on the go.
When did they start doing that? I wish I knew more about football because that makes it so much fun.
Because they knew he was so
makes
good.
it so
He was
much
too
more
good
fun
at
to
reading.
watch.
He was too good at reading defenses. So they would wait to do their defense until he called hike.
Peyton Manning, same thing, right?
Exact same thing.
Tom Brady's the GOAT. I'm just a Boston hater.
Is Tom
hate anything
Brady,
from Boston.
if you had a choice between choosing Tom Brady or Peyton Manning for your team, though, who would you
Peyton
choose?
Manning.
Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
How about you?
Depends on the coach who's coaching.
Ooh, good point. I also have a thing against coaches that wear visors.
Why?
Stupid. Because it's dumb. Get it out. What are you
Steve
doing?
Spurrier?
What are you doing?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you use a hat.
Wear a hat
Visors
like an
are
adult.
weird. Visors are weird.
They're weird.
It's a boss
Are you playing
move.
tennis?
It's an older man thing.
Yeah.
Steve Spurrier always wore a fucking visor. He's one of the greatest to ever do it.
I don't like
Rick Neuheisel wore one. There's some good ones.
Yeah, but wear a hat. You're right. Cover the top of your head.
Or don't wear anything.
You guys don't do fantasy football? No?
Nah.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
You know your football.
I do one league every year. I've done it for 12 years with 11 dudes I went to high school with. It's a $500 buy-in. I don't do any other leagues. This is real.
I can't get into fantasy. My brother does it.
Don't do
Everyone
it.
I know does it. I just can't. It's not my thing.
It ruins
Rappaport's big
your
on
week.
it. He was on
Do
Howard
you
Stern.
follow college football?
Oh, yeah. College is my thing. I like college way better than pro. Way better than pro. College baseball is better than pro. College football is better than pro. There's passion. They got to try. It's getting a little different now with the NIL deals.
Yeah.
Drives me nuts. But
What do you think of that? We pay players. Like you got.
I don't know what you
coaches.
do with it. It's not good. I know CU's going to be.
Is
in
it
trouble.
not good?
No, it's
or
not
is
good.
it just inevitable? Like that, it's. I mean, high school players are going to get paid. You've got really wealthy people now saying, my alma mater, you know, whatever that college is, they're going to win a championship. I'm going to buy the best players. Right?
Well, look at Clemson. Like,
Yeah, that's
Dabo Sweeney refuses to. He's like me with electric cars. He's like, nope, I'm not. Going with the times. I refuse just to pay transfer portal players. I'm just going to do recruiting. They can't compete. Then they play Georgia and get their ass whooped. CU, but there's
and
a
they're
fine
gonna fire
line.
that coach and get a new one probably.
Maybe eventually won 2 championships with him, so he has some time there. But CU, there's just no team chemistry. Like, because you brought in 53 transfer portal players. There's only, 100 on the team. You brought in 53 basically starters, too. It's just tough to form a team. I think Colorado's in trouble. I think they're all about NIL deals. I think Deion's going to leave once his son gets drafted number 1 and number 2.
His son's that good?
Freak.
Really?
I want to hate on him. I can't. He's so fucking good. And Travis Hunter's the best player in college football. They have freaks right now.
Jeez.
Freaks. But they're getting paid.
Yeah.
But when they play a team that plays as a team that has talent like they do, they're fucked.
They're
I
fine.
bet they win 5 games this year.
Hold on.
Even though Big 12's super weak, but
So you're saying Colorado,
Colorado.
and that's Deion's team,
Yep.
and his son plays on that team.
And he's a starting quarterback, and he's the best quarterback in the nation.
Good fucking God!
He's the number 1 player. Yeah. So they played North Dakota State, and there was 31.
How great is that for Deion?
Yeah, it's Deion. There was 31 scouts at the game. 31. Watching his opening day game. He balled out. I think he had 400, almost 500 yards passing. He's a baller.
But Brian, there's so many ways to do this from the high school level. Like I went to Mission Viejo High School, which is like a varsity Blues of Orange
You
County.
went where?
Mission Viejo High School.
Yes, very good.
So like,
football.
Mark Sanchez, Jordan's little brother Carson, like all that stuff. But what our coach would do was all of a sudden, and I think it was Michael Irving, all of a sudden Michael Irving is going to Mission Viejo High School. And you're like, well, that's weird. Your dad lives in Calabasas. How's that happening?
Yep.
Oh, because now you're living with coach. And now what they do is they move their permanent residence to the coach's home and they get to play there. And that's all that's ever done in these deals. And then it's promised more and more. NIL, I think it's going to get a little dicey until they put a price cap on something. You shouldn't be like, why are you
shouldn't be able
making
to
more
buy-
than an NFL player?
Well,
Yeah,
because the marketplace says you should be, right?
but that's
They got to put a cap on it, though, too, because you can't just buy national championships
No.
at the college level. You can't. And
Yeah,
also,
then
it's
you're
not
just gonna
good when a
get
kid.
really well
but
done.
also, like a
Look
kid
at the
needs.
Yankees versus.
Sure, but then in college, like a kid needs to invest in the program because what it represents, whether it's University of Colorado or Oregon or Texas A&M, like you want to be there 4 or 5 years, get the experience. Now, like the starting quarterback for Florida State, and they suck this year, but the starting quarterback for Florida State, he's been a starter on 3 different teams. Like they just bounce around.
don't
There's
like
no
that.
loyalty.
Yeah.
And even Deion was like, "There's no loyalty. I don't care. People leave. There's no loyalty." I'm like, it's just not what college football is about.
Well, I
not
would imagine
good.
a huge part of it is most of those kids are never going to make it to the pros, but the experience of teamwork, the experience of overcoming odds, all that shit.
Problem is they're making money.
I know. So you're working. Now you have a job.
It's not good.
But what's the middle ground?
I don't know.
A cap?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's above my pay grade. They got to figure something out, though, because it's going to ruin college football.
It'll ruin college football because you are going to, for sure, there'll be 4 teams that have all the money that are going to win all the time.
Well, it's SEC. SEC's just going to, they have the most money, biggest boosters. They're dominating. Every kid wants to go there. They have the highest payroll. It's not good.
And the freakiest of the freaks, the kids who blossom early.
The freaks are the ones that make money. So they have the money, they can afford them. But then schools like UNLV, Colorado State, like, why would you ever go there now? All those schools fall to the wayside. It's not good.
I got a question for you. Aaron Judge, 51 home runs this year. Does that seem natural to you?
He's a big man.
He's 6'7", 260 pounds.
But is it natural?
I don't know. Don't care. So impressive.
Okay.
Yeah, so impressive.
Okay.
Such a freak.
How old is he now?
Such a freak.
He's also, he's also a Cali boy. He's been a freak since day one.
He's huge,
He's 32.
Bryan.
Yeah, 32. He's probably one of those freak athletes whose his bat speed is where it is, and he's got a great eye. So
He had 8 in one game last week.
8 home runs.
In a game.
8 home runs.
No,
Yes.
8 in the week.
Was it the week? I thought it was in a game.
No, that's impossible, right? No one bats 8 times in a game. Like, do you think Ohtani's on stuff? 40-40?
Yeah.
You think so?
I do.
I mean, I don't know, but I think some guys are just physically already huge and athletic and have great eyes.
Then Stanton, again, he came up here in the Little League Tigers playing. He came up here, freak. The best in football, the best in baseball, the best in basketball. Like, he was just a freak, whatever he did. And then he was like, I can make money playing baseball. Like, yep. And he was just gifted, didn't have the technique. And then somewhere along the line, got with a coach, showed him technique, and then he's a superstar.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of it is they play so many games in a season. And I think if they're taking anything, it's probably just to not break down. But they had a whole thing where the bigger guys, it's funny, these scouts were like, they did this sort of like, they get into the weeds of the details, and they were like, guys who are under 160 pounds break down toward the latter part of the season.
Oh.
Guys who are bigger, like the 200-pound plus guys, for whatever reason, they don't get as much wear and tear.
Hey, B, there's maybe 4 players in the MLB who are under 160
I understand
pounds.
that, but there used to be some.
Oh,
there
yeah.
used to be
When it was
like
all
really
white
talented
guys. Yeah.
And now they're like, no, we want bigger guys.
No, yeah. Pitchers are enormous.
But they're all big.
Everyone's big, yeah.
Yeah.
God, I want Bryan to do a fantasy team.
Me?
Yeah,
I don't know the game well enough.
You can figure it out. Pretty, just pick the top players.
He would auto draft.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
not fun, though.
Yeah.
I know.
I've never
Then
been
why
into
do it?
I've never been in the strategy and details.
Just
of
to
any
say
of it.
he did it.
Yeah.
What if he beat you?
It's fantasy football.
Yeah.
People that take it so serious, like, bitch, you're not managing a team.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
What's that meme that's like, oh, your
would take no
boyfriend's a
sense.
lawyer. My boyfriend manages a fantasy football team for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I'd never take any. I don't take
It's
any
also too
pleasure from
time-consuming.
a lucky guess.
Also, Sunday, Tiger has 2 games every
oh,
Sunday now.
yeah. No, you got.
I don't see any college. I don't see any pro football. I see the highlights.
Wow.
Sometimes Sunday night football, I'll see Monday night football, I'll see, but I see highlights. I have the red zone package. I see highlights.
Red zone package is good.
Yeah, it's good. All right, what do you got, Jen? Let's take another break because this episode of Fire on the Kid is brought to you by Progressive.
Yep.
Drivers who save by switching Progressive save nearly $750 on average, and customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Discounts like multiple vehicles, being a homeowner, so much more. So just like your favorite show, Progressive will be with you 24/7, 365 days a year, so you're protected no matter what. Get a quote today with Progressive. Go to Progressive.com to join over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states or situations. Progressive.
O'Reilly Auto Parts, talk to me about it.
Dude,
If
I got to
want-
go there right after this.
Yeah.
I need matte black paint, spray paint for this Humvee I'm redoing.
Get your battery tested for free. Who knows?
Sure, dude. Whatever you got, they got you covered, man. Whether it's a 91 Humvee, a
Windshield wipers
2004
replaced.
Ford Lightning, sure, all that weird stuff, they got you covered. And the best part of all, I asked the friendly people who work at O'Reilly. They're super knowledgeable, helpful, super friendly. Professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts are your one-stop shop for all things auto do-it-yourself. You can find what you need in-store, online. They ran out of paint. I said, yo, I need more. They said, come back tomorrow. That's what I'm doing right now. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today. Visit them at O'ReillyAuto.com/fighter. That's O'ReillyAuto.com/fighter. O'Reilly.
Oh, real quick. I was in San Diego. Saw David Lucas. He he's headlining his shows now.
Oh,
he
yeah,
gave
he's
you a ton
headlining
of
now.
props in the green room.
Yeah, I love David. That's my guy.
Yeah, man.
He killed it too, man. And I see stuff on his like Kill Tony. So I want to see clips of him doing that stuff.
David's
I've never
massive
seen
now.
Yeah, I've never seen him do his actual stand up. He's so good.
No, Kill Tony's bigger than Saturday Night Live. Like the people on there, like that. You ever seen? You know who Rusty Rocket is?
Casey Rocket.
Casey Rocket, dude.
Weird but funny.
It's so fucking funny.
Oh, the little guy.
He like paces a lot and
He's like,
things,
he like turn around.
crab walk.
He's so fucking funny,
I don't know.
This guy?
This is
I don't
him.
know.
This is Casey Rocket.
dude. You want to talk about talent?
Really? He looks
I
like a
think
great. He
Ca-
looks like a comic.
Now I don't know what his hours like, but for 1 minute on Kill Tony, Bud, find a more entertaining person on the
For
earth.
1 minute.
Cam Patterson, I think is
So,
hilarious.
so me and Nick,
Cam Patterson's OG.
Is
Tony.
he a long time? Wow.
You talking about Kim?
Cam. So
Cam.
the black
Oh, I don't
dude.
know Cam.
Black dude has a hat on the
Oh,
back.
he's great.
Yeah.
He's so
This
good.
dude, Casey Rocket. I don't know what his 15 minutes is like or his hour. I don't even know if he has an hour. For 1 minute, you won't find better clippable
I
shit.
wouldn't have thought you thought he was funny.
Oh, he's so good. Kill Tony. The amount of people Kill Tony's put on, and like, dude, if you watch when David Lucas, he roasts everyone. David's probably the best roaster I know. He's the best. When David Lucas tried roasting Harland Williams, you got to remember, Harland's been doing stand up for 30 fucking years.
I'm doing this podcast tomorrow.
Dude, he's the best. Wait till you see his house. The
I've
best.
seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
so
but
jealous.
he starts going at Harland, dude, and you're like, oh, that's right. Harland's been doing stand up for 30
Harland's
years.
amazing.
Dude, you know, David said something about his age and being old. He goes, the only guy I've seen that has muffin tops on his ankles, dude.
I mean,
And then he told Dave, then even Dave was like, I think he does Madison Square Garden. David's like, what? And he's like, looking in the crowd, like, you believe this fucking old dude's light me up? And then you can tell Harlan gets serious. He goes, you're my bitch tonight. And dude kept,
yeah.
you're like, oh, it's Harlan Williams.
Yeah,
That's
Harlan
right.
Williams is incredible.
But you didn't know he's a roaster.
No.
So good.
Harlan Williams can do it all.
So
I've
good.
known Harlan forever. I told you, it was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life in comedy. I've been doing comedy for a couple minutes. The greatest thing I've ever seen is when I was with a bunch of killers. We did a thing in Pittsburgh. So we're all doing 20 minutes of comedy.
Oh, and he redid all your acts?
He redid
Yeah.
all of our acts
Yeah.
in his own
No, his crowd
words.
work. His
He
crowd work's
redid
fucking wild.
all of our acts. He did a collage of our acts, funnier than any of us. And we didn't even get it at first. We were like, wait, what's he doing? Is he doing my act? And then we're like, oh my God. And he slaughtered. It wasn't even his material.
Brian, you got to get hip to Casey Rocket.
I will.
Now, you're not going to be able to take anything from it. It's like watching Andy Kaufman.
I love
It's
it. I love
like
it.
this
Yeah.
weird.
That's the perfect
like wonderful
example.
misfit energy.
No, it's not even that. I don't know. It's like Andy Kaufman, where you're just
Yeah.
like, oh, I've never seen this before, and it's 1 minute, and you're like, oh, I wish it would just not stop.
I can't wait.
It's
so
so
good.
entertaining.
I'm on it.
He talks about drinking Robitussin.
And oil.
Yeah,
He
he brings oil on stage. He drank oil. So funny. He's like, I'm an oil tycoon. Signs like a fake contract.
so good.
He's like, I sell it, I buy it, I drink it, drinks it. He's all. He's so fucking funny,
He
dude.
sounds great. I wanna watch it.
You've never
I've never watched
You've been in
Kill
comedy for
Tony.
so long. You've never seen someone like Casey Rocket.
Yeah.
I saw him. Went, oh my god.
I didn't know Harlan was on it. That's great. Yeah.
Harlan's
I'm
Madison
doing-
Square Garden.
on it.
I'm doing
Couple
Harlan Highway. I'll be by the way, I may as well do my dates right now. Plano, Texas, House of Comedy this Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Wow. I'll see you there. Yeah.
But back to David. Yeah, David's a real one. Yeah, David's starting to headline right because he was opening for me. He'd feature for me, and then like halfway, and he started like, I can't make this date, man. I'm headlining. Like, yeah, this is how it
great.
goes.
Good
dog.
for him.
This is what here it goes.
It's so different from what he does on. Well, it's very different when he's doing his actual stand up versus when he does the roast stuff. His stand up is really, really awesome. And that Cam Patterson guy. So I saw him yesterday with Nick.
Oh, he's so funny. Cam.
Oh yeah, so Nick got me tickets. Him, his girlfriend, and Kev from Golden Hour. So we went there and we saw that guy Cam Patterson. I saw him also just do little clips
On Kill Tony,
Kill
you mean?
Tony.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay,
Yeah, his
whatever.
Trump bit.
But
went
his
stupid
actual
viral.
his actual headlining thing is good. It's like really good. What happened?
The racial clips he does.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because he like looked at this guy and he's like, look, homie, I like you. You're good with me. We're friends. If I told you right now, you got a 30-second pass, you can say the N-word. Go for it.
Don't do it.
And the guy looked at him and he goes, I don't want to do it. He goes, good, because I can kill you. And he walked away and people were just dying. But
Yeah,
he's
David's the
so
man.
raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, also bumped into Bobby Lee last night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, gave him a big hug.
I haven't seen him forever.
Yeah,
He just seems happy. He's cool. Yeah.
good.
The other boys are killing it. Santino, I've seen Santino in a hot second. He's doing a lot of acting, I think.
Oh, he's doing everything.
Yeah. All right, what else you got, Jim?
All right, so this is
Oh, this warmed my heart. I don't know if it's real.
that's
or
the
not.
thing. There's conflicting reports about Hell's Angels going to Aurora, Colorado to
So the headlines: Hell's Angels reported he headed to Aurora, Colorado to confront Venezuelan gang. Right, and my mom's in Aurora. And
You've
all
heard
that.
these rumors about these Venezuelan gangs taking over an apartment complex.
Correct. Is these illegal immigrants gangs taking over Aurora, Colorado, right? And the Hell's Angels were like, we're not going to have this in our town. So they're going down there. Here's what makes me wary that I don't know if it's real. If the Hell's Angels were going to do this, they're not going to announce it. They just show up.
Yeah.
So this begins circulated. I don't know if it's real because Hell's Angels are going to be like, hey, Denver PD, we're headed to Aurora. That's just not how they operate.
No. But you know
This is what we need, though.
Apparently, the Maduro of Venezuela emptied his prisons and sent them to the United States.
That's what I read too.
That was like what Castro did in Cuba in the 80s. He literally emptied his prisons of all the violent criminals and put them on boats, put them on rafts, and sent them right.
Yeah,
to
because we'll take
Florida.
them. Yeah, and give them money and give them
Well,
housing.
they just came in and they just
Yeah, but you
ushered
just come in, open
and
border.
said,
Yeah, come on in. We'll take the worst of the worst.
Fake news. Hold on, go back. The Hells Angels aren't going to Aurora, Colorado to confront. Yeah, I can't believe how stupid people are who actually believe this nonsense. Yeah.
That's if you believe that guy, but who knows? But my whole thing, I was like, because my mom called me about it because she's in Aurora. I was like, Mom, Hell's Angels aren't going to announce it. Sure as fuck ain't going to announce it to Kathy Sabin on 9 News.
I think the cops are probably on this. If you've got Venezuelan gangs with guns,
it wasn't
you're not gonna
about-
get very far. Colorado police are not going to fuck around with that.
Yeah,
SWAT team.
It's also not about Hell's Angels announcing it. It's people seeing like there's
Them
video
taking off.
footage, video footage of all these Hell's
that
Angels
makes
heading
me so
towards
proud
there.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Colorado's so blue, bud.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that the cops aren't going to fucking.
Oh God.
Oh, so this is right. This is where
Right.
Dude,
This is
I go
right
there
here.
I've been there. 50
No, hold up, B.
times.
This is where I live, but
Yeah, this is right here.
This is
Great
where I
state park.
ride my bike.
Yeah.
This is where I take my kids.
Yep.
This is where we're at every week.
So a mountain lion attacked a 5-year-old boy, grabbed it by its head, and tried to drag him along.
Jesus.
No.
No,
At Malibu State- Malibu
no
Creek
moms.
State
Be
Park.
like, hold on, let me get my camera out.
Well,
Dude, they'll grab a kid and just disappear. That happened in Colorado.
And by the way, Bryan, there was like
That's how they do it.
They said there's like 40 different people around, and there's like 6 adults near the kid when this happened.
mountain lions
So the
don't
lion
give a
didn't.
fuck?
Yeah, he didn't care.
No.
But
It was
also,
supposed to be huge.
mountain lions get a mountain lion.
Yeah.
also, what do you do if there's 14 attack the mountain lion?
Fuck yeah, for your kid? Hell yeah.
The father did.
People, I'm jumping on its back or something.
Well, mountain lion's probably the most
Look at
athletic
that.
animal.
The father grabbed the mountain lion with his hands and he just fought. Then the mountain lion let go.
Yeah.
Is the kid okay?
Probably a young.
The kid
man.
was flown to a hospital, but then he had complications with his eyes, so we don't know what's up with him right now.
dude, that's
so he had to go
terrible.
back to the hospital because of his eyes.
Just think about that bite. And usually they do in the back to sever the.
Kid's so lucky.
and 5-year-old, that's a pretty big kid, right? 5 years
No,
old.
but
Delicate
Bossy's
child.
this size, dude.
That's a big kid.
no,
very delicate.
No,
It's not
small.
What I'm saying, it's not like a toddler.
No,
it's
no,
like
no.
a
Five's a toddler. Like
very
Bossy's
soft,
a toddler.
very soft body.
They're
very,
small.
Very,
they're
delicate.
small chin.
Yeah.
4 or 5 is like.
wait. A
when the-
toddler is the one you could barely walk.
5 years
four
old,
or 5's young, dude.
5-year-old is not built to take a bite from a mountain.
No, what I'm saying
But
is like
Jim-
I imagine taking like a little baby that can barely walk.
Oh, for sure.
but not an actual kid. That's
Yeah, but
5 years old.
Chin, you seen Chin, you've been around Boston.
Yeah.
A mountain lion
And,
can
Chin,
bite right
and
through
Bossy's
their
a
head.
big 4-year-old.
Yeah.
He's not big.
A mountain
for a
lion
mountain
can
lion,
bite
that ain't
right
shit.
through their head, like right through their head. Right
I
through
mean,
your-
a mountain lions attack like grown adults too as well. But
Yeah, I know.
but in this situation, I'm like, yeah, there's all these people around, and
I know,
he's attacking
gangster.
this, yeah.
Gangster.
But it actually happened, and
Oh, but they want to use your tax dollars and build bridges so the mountain lions can get
That's so stupid,
over
yeah.
the highways better so you don't kill them so they can get into the neighborhoods.
but thankfully the witnesses
Do that, Newsom.
found out where the
they
mountain lion
roam,
went.
apparently.
The mountain lion went up to a tree. Witnesses saw it. The authorities came by and shot it and euthanized it. So
Good.
it's gone because it's too much of a danger to the public. Obviously.
You think? Keep building those fucking bridges to get them across the highways, or just hit them. They're mountain lions. Oh, we haven't done. There's fights. What am I on one? Am I too much today? Am I too much?
I mean, you're
Should the
You're like,
title
no
be is
bridges
Brendan
for
too much?
wildlife. Fuck this wildlife.
Fuck mountain lions. When it comes to kids,
No, but
fuck you.
but there's-
Also, you're not allowed to shoot
there's some
coyotes.
scientific
Fuck you.
prizes.
Coo.
Well, hold on. No, no.
Out of my Hummer.
Sir,
Coo.
sir, but there's some-
MAGA. Coo. Make America gasket. Coo.
No, I need you to calm down.
Brandon had
Like-
his breakfast today.
Yeah,
You called me Brandon,
You
so I'm
did
like,
call
great.
Brandon. Now hold on, but he's
Yeah.
Brandon. When he's like this, maybe he's Brandon. But here's the thing: the bridge is so that they don't go on the highway and kill people. So
No. It's literally
also
for the mountain
deer,
lion.
but it's also for
no.
deer and stuff
No.
like that.
Do you know how many mountain lions have killed humans getting hit by cars? I know the stat. Do you want me to give it to you?
But I mean, there's a
You're
wildlife
such a cunt.
reason
You know
for
what?
it.
You're the problem.
There's a wildlife
You're the
reason
fucking
to
problem.
have like corridors for
and it's
wildlife.
not for humans, bud. It's to save
I
the
know.
mountain lions because they're endangered.
Right.
It's
But
not to save
they're
the
not
humans.
even endangered, but in that area, it's probably not a bad idea to have
The only
conduits for
reason they're doing it
wildlife.
so they don't get hit by cars because they're crossing the highway. My thing is, let them cross the highway.
No, it
Survival
can
of
cause
the fittest.
accidents and stuff. There's science.
Hold on, Brian. There's been 0 human deaths from hidden mountain lions.
Dude, why do you want to not give the mountain lions anywhere to go?
Because fuck a mountain lion.
Dude, you're
Oh,
a
you
Hummer
want those-
driving. You're a Hummer driving, gas guzzling.
Yeah, American. Yeah, dude.
And fuck mountain lions, huh?
Fuck them.
Run him over.
But they're a wild creature and they're beautiful.
That's why my AR-15's ready to go.
Dude, assault weapons
I
too?
got 6 of them. They're not technically assault weapons.
You are American as fuck.
Listen,
Why are you
Charlie
not
Kirk
living in
now.
what?
Charlie Kirk, man. I'll educate you on assault rifles too. They're not assault rifles, right? That's not the correct term. That's Charlie.
Hey, why are you looking at me like I'm a
Dude, take it to Mr. Kirk. Take it up. Debate him.
smart guy? Smart guy. I mean,
Debate him.
informed. Didn't even go to college.
Nope.
Yeah. We should get him on.
It'd be tough to get on, right? He opened for Donald Trump.
I got
open for
a
Donald.
connection.
Yeah, we'll get him on. All right, what do you got, Chin? Oh, mountain lions. We're about mountain lions. You know you can't even shoot coyotes or mountain lions if they're backyard, if they're not endangering your kids? Fuck you.
Yeah, I thought this one was kind of cool. You don't really see a lot of like people that still work together after all these years, but Rob Schneider says that Adam Sandler has literally called him every week for the past
Adam Sandler's
30
so
years.
loyal to his friends. It's
That's
crazy.
what I mean.
Like,
So
Kevin Nealon
loyal.
was telling me that. He's so loyal.
But that whole crew's cool.
I know.
Like
Adam's cool.
David Spade, most talented person I've ever worked with.
Yep.
Hands down, not even close. Like David Spade's dope. I've
Yep.
never met Sandler, but I adore him.
I've done a couple readings.
Rob
with
Schneider's cool.
Sandler.
Yeah.
He's great. But Rob, I know really well. Rob, I talk to periodically. Rob's great. They're all great.
I just
I
recently
text
saw.
Spade and he doesn't text back. He only does voice
yeah.
notes.
Oh, voice notes.
Yeah.
I'll send him a long text and I'll do a voice note.
Well,
He's good people.
I recently saw Sandler's stand up at Honda Center, and I remember sitting there being like, this guy can do whatever he wants.
The Sandman, so talented.
And everybody's gonna laugh. He's dressed like a freaking animal, but he brings up all his friends. And I feel like he decided when I'm gonna make it, I'm bringing everyone with me, and that's why I respect the hell out of this guy.
That's where the fun's at.
Yep. So cool.
Isn't that rad?
It ain't fun if
Yeah,
the homies can't have none.
Yeah, I always appreciate loyalty like that.
So this is a weird one happening in Louisville. This guy's leaving number 1s and number 2s on people's doorsteps. And
It all started with this. Sunday night, a young man in a red shirt walks up to one Louisville home well after midnight and begins peering inside. The homeowners have no clue. After a few seconds,
Oh, he tried going in?
he runs away in his socks and disappears into the night. But the next night, he returns and leaves a horrific surprise.
Tuesday morning, I went out to my front porch and noticed this, what I thought was a cat poop.
The homeowner, who wishes to
Cat
remain
poop.
anonymous but who will refer to as Jim, then checked his doorbell camera and realized it was no cat at all.
And it turned out to be a person. And
Not even wiping.
He defecated, but he also urinated on our welcome mat.
What's even more,
The urination would piss me off more.
returned a third time, the very next night. Jim got an alert on his phone and tried to confront him, but the man was already gone.
You have no idea who this guy is or why he's doing this.
I have no idea. We're good neighbors. We, keep to
All right,
ourselves
dude.
and behave our.
Listen, don't
Serial
be such a
porch
baby about
pooper.
it. Here's the thing. So this is
Just
a thing.
camp out and fucking shoot
No,
him.
this is a thing. Sociopaths, there are people that get off on doing things like this. It's a sociopath tendency. So there are people that will break into somebody's house when they're at home, jerk
Move
off in
their
their
stuff,
closet.
or move their
Ew.
furniture.
Or
Yep. Or take shits in their closet. There was a guy who was breaking in and he'd hear the family eating and just like, and he'd come in. He was the neighbor. He would come in and he would shit in someone's boot or a shoe and then just leave and be like, oh, and get off on it.
Why?
Now let me ask you something. You think this guy, the one has a girlfriend, or B has a Reddit account? You have to bet on it.
Reddit.
I think he's a weird sociopath
Yeah.
who gets off.
He's a weirdo.
There's a sexual charge these guys get from this.
But you're telling me with facial recognition, we can't figure out who this guy
He's
is?
not thinking that
but
far ahead.
you know what it is. We're not going to use the manpower to track down this loser.
He's a Porch pooper.
Yeah, the LAPD goes, or wherever they're at, it's like, all
Deal
right,
with
just
it.
keep an eye out for him next time and whoop his ass.
And by the way,
Like, hey, we got bigger problems. We got bigger fish to fry.
You're gonna get a fine. He's gonna have a lawyer. It's like, so can you stop shitting on people's porches? You weirdo.
No.
You know.
But just be ready to go. Also, dude, he's done it 3 times.
Yeah,
After the second time, dude, how about don't go to bed early? How about have the gun ready to go? Have the bat ready to
And the
go.
ring alert goes off, right?
Your dad's soft.
But they like it.
Because I tell my
They like
kids,
this.
dude, we're not going to bed tonight. We're staying up. We're going to catch this dude. Watch this.
But you'd get in trouble if you beat him up. You'd get sued. You can't beat somebody up for damaging your property. You're not allowed to.
Give me a break.
He's allowed to do anything he wants to your property. You're not
Ooh,
allowed
I don't know
to
if
beat
that's
him up.
true.
It is true. In California, you are not allowed.
I don't know if they
No,
can
it is.
defame your property. You can't do anything.
No, you are. So if you have a gun,
I don't think
and
that's
watch
true.
this.
You can't shoot him. You can't kill him.
But I've heard
But you could
someone
kick
breaks
him off
into your
your
house, cuts
porch.
themselves.
That's private property.
You can kick him off your porch verbally. If you physically assault him, now if he steps into your home, he's fucked. In Texas, if he's on your property, he can be fucked. But in California, you better be careful. And
Yeah, it could
if
get
he's in
dicey,
your
but-
house and he has shit in his hands,
Yeah.
His
and
back's
you
to
shoot him, you're in trouble.
Uh-oh.
That stuff's easy though. Everyone says that. You could just be like, yeah, he's rushing towards my kid.
Yeah.
Shot him in the face.
Yeah.
Have you seen the body cam video? I think but it was like a ring camera video of a father and his daughter and her mother were in a house, and her ex-boyfriend from a long time ago just randomly shows up and starts banging on the door, and then starts kicking it.
Oh, and he shoots him.
Yeah, and he shoots him
Yeah.
through that. So he didn't actually enter the house
but
yet.
he was trying to
shot
get
him.
in.
Yeah, he was crazy, absolutely crazy. And I think they were completely like
He would have probably would have killed
And
him.
what happened to that dad?
they're perfectly fine. It was self-defense. But I mean, it wasn't where he actually entered. He was going to enter,
Yeah.
and he shot him through the door.
That's self-defense. Yeah.
Which, by the way, I endorse 100%.
yeah, obviously.
A father there for his daughter, I'd do that in a heartbeat. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Those kind of men kill women.
100%.
Yeah, he was probably going to kill the whole family.
Yeah. Happens.
I think this is
All
the last
right.
one.
So this one, okay. You guys know Sebastian Stan. You know, he was great as Tommy Lee. He was great.
Scroll down. Let me see his face. Oh yeah, he was good at.
And in Marvel movies, he's gonna play Trump. I don't know
I'm
about
not.
that.
I'm not too familiar with him.
From the Marvel movies,
I don't watch Marvel movies. I'm 41.
I just
actually true.
He's playing like a young Trump. Like, what is it?
Yes.
Is this a thing funded by like the Biden campaign? Like, what Trump movie is this? Because there's gonna be 2 different stories. He was
think-
great as Tommy Lee. I know him from that.
Yeah.
That was a great show.
Yeah, I just think I don't see this. I don't know. It's weird to me.
Oh no, it's a smear campaign because they tried stopping it, but it says they're legal threats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you watch the trailer, you're definitely not flattering. It's like, and he's playing kind of a meek guy. And Roy Cohn. So Roy Cohn was a very famous lawyer who was a fixer. He worked for the most powerful people in the world.
He's a call Saul.
But he was also a gay man who died of AIDS. But he was instrumental in actually persecuting gay people. He would spread rumors about people.
Dude, they should do the Kamala Harris one before the campaign and have Cardi B play her and just suck cock.
Brenda.
That's her story. Look into it.
Oh goodness.
What else you got, Jen?
Oh, is that Pam Anderson's son?
Where?
We done? What else do you
there
want?
you go.
Be tough if your mom's that smoking hot, man. You just know all your buddies want to fuck her. Yeah, I can see that in Tiger's future. Even when the baseball dad goes, "Hey man, no offense, but your mother-in-law's smoking."
Yeah.
I went, "You think?"
Yeah.
I know, dude.
That's pretty much it, unless you want like some UFC.
That's
ones.
good.
All right.
You got UFC this Saturday.
Did it again.
Oh no, it's the 14th.
Oh,
That's
it's not
the
this.
Noche.
Brady and Gilbert's not this Saturday?
I don't think there's. Oh, you know what? I didn't even check. So
You're not hardcore, dude.
because we didn't do our show this week.
I know.
Which I have to
but
talk
gotta
to you
know
about
what's
after this too.
On. You got Brady versus
Yeah, you're right.
Gilbert Burns, and there's some other good fights on this too, man. Next week's the Sphere. Jessica Andrade,
Andrade.
Natalia Silva. Keep going. Keep going.
Matt Schnell, Cody Durden,
Matt Schnell's fun.
Ryan Spann, OSP.
Damn, OSP's still fucking doing it.
Wow. He is.
Okay, the rest of the card is fucking tough.
Oh, our boy Andre Petrosky.
Petrosky's fighting.
It's a nice shirt, Brendan.
Thank you.
Can we get Bryan one?
Not for him.
But
What else you got, Jen?
That's it.
all right, I guess
Well,
I'll be
that's
in
it, man.
Plano, Texas this
You leaving Friday?
Friday. I got a Sunday show. I'll see you guys on Monday. Yeah. So it is what it is, guys. I'll be at the Plano comedy, the House of Comedy in Plano, Texas. I'm excited.
Hey, can I say something? See how it says Bryan Count's special presentation? It should say Plano, Texas big. And Plano
should.
shouldn't be small.
It should, shouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. You're right.
And then you see where it says Edmonton, Alberta, super small? It
Yeah.
says the comic strip. It should say Edmonton, really big.
Okay.
And we click on buy tickets, then it shows the venue.
Okay.
It should just show where you're at,
All right.
not the
Makes
name
sense.
of the club.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Details.
Makes a lot of sense.
All right.
Details.
Love
make
you guys. We're out.
Live from Denver. Oh, that's it. John Lineker. Ace of 10 pounds. An electrifying fight. Here comes Liam. Sexton. Both these guys swinging for the fences. Super leg. The kicking machine. Jonathan Haggerty. Unbelievable. Only the best in the world are invited to one, and you are seeing it here tonight. This is going to be incredible.